Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the Bitcoin primarily and probably stay away from the TradFi markets. As you can see that they pretty much have decorrelated from crypto. They're probably going to continue to go up for a period of time, obviously with corrections. So if you're thinking because they're going to continue to still go up, Bitcoin's going to turn around soon and go up. Don't think so, guys. I think there's a complete decorrelation going on with it right now. So here's what I was checking out with Bitcoin, guys, and make it short. Here's the 40 period or sweet and short. Here's the 40 period moving average. That's probably an area that's going to be heading to. So by the time it gets down there, guys, it's going to be about 23,000 right now. Okay. So what it's going to do in a reaction of that. But if you look at here on the weekly chart, this could actually probably go into August, guys. So you could be looking at here's a move down here, back up, and it's making a move down here into this area, probably right around the third week of June. And probably going to have a retrace back up over to here going in July and then a move down like that, guys. So that's what I would guess at this time, something like that, back down. And it's going to take it some time. It's going to grind like it's been grinding, just like so, maybe. And then it's going to make another one of these all the way back down here, something like that, guys. That goes probably the end of July, the beginning of August. That would be the next area I would be checking out. And the data is now are suggesting that's pretty much where it's going to be going. Now, what's going to be going on in that section? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. The most bullish optimum position for a bull would be that's 1, 2, and it's going into a 3. It can still do this. It can be A, B, C. Okay. That's option 2, if you will. And option 3 will be just a retrace of this leg. Okay. Of that leg to go back up, only to come back down again, guys. Okay. Now, if it's going to do this, if Bitcoin is going to go up and do this type of move like this, you want this section to get up here pretty quick and maybe a flat move and get back down like it did in March of, I probably more say December, January 2019 and going into March of 2020 when they had to crash right here. Okay. Because you don't want this to start taking up too much time over here, guys. Okay. You don't want it to start taking up too much time because if the time gets too long and we're nowhere near too much time, if this starts taking up too much time, then you have to start saying it's probably not a wave 2, but you can use a couple of fib. I'm going to use a fib deal here, guys. Okay. Right now, my fib time, you can see 1.138. So that's 38%. There's the 50. There's the 618. Here's 786 and twice as long. Okay. That's on that time, which is basically more or less the same. And then you have another one you can use if you'd like to check it out. It's called trend-based fib time. And just go ahead and use this area. Let me get up there. Okay, yeah, I hit it right on the spot. And get from the bottom to the top. And then you can see right in here, the golden pocket area is somewhere between the 3rd of July and all the way down to the 31st of July, guys. So this is 38% right here is the 50% going into 618, 786, and here's the 1-to-1. And the 1-to-1 goes all the way out to the end of August, guys. And they can, anything beyond, in my opinion, in this scenario, 1.38, anything beyond that into this area gets a little bit, you start having to go, wait a second, what's actually going on here? But that's a long ways away. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth yet, okay? Now, some of these waves can go on a lot longer than anticipated. I will show you a good example of that right here, just to let you guys know, okay? Some of these corrective waves can go on much longer than anticipated, because if you take a look at this little wave right here and you put trend-based fib time on it, it went through a corrective wave just like so on Binance Coin, guys. See, this is Binance Coin's first wave up, and then this is its correction all the way over there. So There are outliers. There are outliers. So, you have to just play it by ear when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, guys. There's nothing on there that says this is some rule and this is the rule. If it breaks this rule, then it's probably not that. It's just probabilities, guys, probabilities. But so far, this is looking pretty decent. It's coming down in a corrective move, in my opinion. It's either a WXY move or some type of ABC, but it's a corrective move. So in my opinion, right now, based on what I see with Bitcoin, there's a higher probability there's going to be a shot up this way. Okay. Whether it's going to be 1, 2, 3 or ABC. Don't know yet. We're not going to know until it starts taking off. And the C wave can be as strong as a third wave. Okay. So if you have an A wave here, a C wave typically could go 1-to-1 times the length of A, or it can go as 1.618 the length times the A. So me personally, I believe there's going to be, at a minimum, more upside on Bitcoin, guys. But right now, it's not the time to be buying. I know a lot of people jumped onto a lot of things here recently in the past week and started buying the dip. I said, wait a second, hold on onto that. Don't be doing that too much, okay? Unless you have a plan, a longer-term plan to do that. I would still hold off here temporarily with buying any dips. That would be my take on it. Not financial advice, but I would definitely hold off. I saw a lot of people were jumping into, what was it, Render? Let me go over Render real quick, guys. So Render is down $1.76, guys. Render is probably coming down this 42, which is down here about $1.14. So really, I'm looking for Render to get through this this zone and then down to this zone for about $1.20. And then you could have wicks down to 86 cents on Render, guys. That's the area that I'd be looking for. Could be coming down to a wave, another bounce. So it'll get bullish again. And then like this. So Bitcoin will go down probably, finish off its wave. It could bounce and then another wave down just like that on Render, guys. So I don't think Render's finished. Just got to wait a little bit longer, guys. So, and then two is, it's going to be very, very, very important to make sure you get into stronger altcoins. Some other altcoins, obviously you can tell are breaking lows and they're getting very, very weak. Flow being one of them. Okay. I looked at Flow in this area as a coin, and fundamentally, this coin seems good. But the most important part of any coin that trumps at the time fundamentals is price, in my opinion. Okay. I know at some point, fundamentally wise, it will recover and probably start making some decent pumps. But right now, it needs to find a bottom. So that's not fundamentally wise. And one of the reasons I was a little bit more bullish on it is because of the amount of users over on Flow. But it doesn't look like that's the case. I think it will have sometime a pretty decent run in the future, but it's just not ready right there, guys. Okay. I don't think the cryptocurrency market is ready right now, too. And there's a lot of people that are confused and are wondering why the NASDAQ is doing a moonshot and the S&P 500 are doing a moonshot, more or less, and probably getting ready for more of a moonshot, and why crypto is going down. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? And that's a good question. I didn't expect this to happen either, guys. Not like this, but some sort of decorrelation, a little bit of weakness going into crypto right now, guys. And it's time to be a little bit more defensive. GBTC as an asset, this is a Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. It will go along, Bitcoin goes up, this goes up, vice versa. You can see plainly here with Grayscale Bitcoin Trust that it's coming down into a wave. It's almost exactly like Bitcoin. It's actually a little bit more bullish, in my opinion. Did bigger waves, if you can believe it, just by percentage-wise gains, but it has more percentage drops too. But I think the GBTC here is going down that area. It's got $12.27, and it could get all the way down to $10, guys. But my opinion, GBTC is looking like it's going to have another pretty decent swing up in this area, and probably at least another one. I'm expecting a minimum of 38, guys, on GBTC. And you have to take this into consideration that one of the targets on GBTC is only 38 that I have. Okay. So here's a wave. It's back down. let's say it finishes right here and it could pull off another wave, and 38 is just right there. I mean, what if that's it for GBTC, guys? That's going to tell you something about Bitcoin. Got to think about something like that, okay? Get ready for this wave over here, all right? Because there's too much talk in the crypto space, in my opinion, that this is guaranteed, bullish run over here. Nothing's guaranteed in market. So I'm just saying, you want to be on the play. You want to play a little bit more defensive, even when these come down to this area, guys, when that starts rolling out of there, which I do think that it will. I do think you're going to have a pretty bullish run. And on GBTC, let me remove all this. This move that it's going to do over here, it appears, just based off my analysis, when I'm looking at, that this is going to take it all the way into at least July of 24 over here, guys. Something like that I'm looking at with GBTC. Same thing with Riot Blockchain. MicroStrategy, actually, I look at MicroStrategy too, guys. That's another stock you want to keep track of, because if it's bullish, more likely Bitcoin will be bullish, and it's stuck in its funk right here, probably in a correction. Looking at potential targets of just 412, and I have another one up here that it may hit up to 520. And then there's a trend, there's a downtrend more than likely going to be over here for that, but it doesn't look like it's going to make massive moves, like this. This was just the start of it. It's making it's building up a base probably over in here, maybe to get another move over there and then back down, guys, so far. But the probability is once it's done over here, there's a move to like 400, 250 to 400, maybe one more up there. Don't know if it's going to make that one. That goes along with GBTC, guys. If you go back and look at that one, and this is all good for Bitcoin too, guys. When I'm checking out, well, what is Bitcoin going to be doing? I'm going to be planning and strategizing and seeing what it's going to be doing on the next move, right? So I go back over here, GBTC. I'm checking it out. Okay, MicroStrategy is just making a $400 move, and GBTC's over here. Maybe it's just making a 3-wave move, or maybe it's not going to be able to pull off a wave or go as high as these top end targets at 51 too. So that's what I'm saying. Just want to plan, be sure, look at both sides of the puzzle, if you will, which means look at the bearish side, look at the bullish side right now. And like I said, long term, or medium term, I should say, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but short term, I'm bearish on Bitcoin. And I think there's bearishness that could be in the market, in the cryptocurrency market, for up to August at this time, guys. I mean, I'm hoping it turns around before that. There should be something coming up with a counter trend rally here, probably between now and the end of June, potentially in the end of June, back down. But I'm pretty confident that Bitcoin's coming down to this 40-period moving average, which still, on a weekly chart, guys, if Bitcoin comes down to the 40-period moving average and it gets down to that area, that's it, and it's off, that's still bullish. Okay, that's still bullish. Typically, you can bounce off the 40, break through the 40, went all the way through the 40, but usually once it bounces off, it makes the 9 and the 9, which is a yellow, and the 21, which is a blue, the black, which is a 40, and it stays in that area, in that line on top, the 9 on top of the 21, and the 21 top of the 40, then, and it bounces off the 40 and continues, that's a bullish trend. Usually, not 100%. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.